she wildin' wildin'. Ooh, she wildin' wildin'. Ooh, she wildin' wildin'. She do her thing.
So I found out I was pregnant when I was 16. Me and the guy that I was dating at the time, he came over one night. My mom went out to eat, whatever. I called him over. And you guys knew what happened. Like, I ain't gotta go into details, whatever. And then, like, so after that, like 3 weeks later, I wanted to go ahead and get on birth control. Because I was just kind of like, well, you know, if we're gonna be having sex now, I want to go ahead and get on birth control. And so I went to the doctors and I was asking the doctor if I can get on birth control, whatever. He was like, yeah, I was old enough. And then he was telling me that I needed to do a pregnancy test before I got on birth control, whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever. I know I'm not pregnant, and so whatever. He came back into the room and was like, we can't do birth control because you're 2 weeks pregnant. And that was really it. And I was like, no, this is not happening right now. Like, no, I'm not. Are you sure? Wrong person, you know? Kind of, that's my attitude. And then he was like giving me options. He was like, you know, I can go ahead and set you up with a doctor if you want to go ahead and get started today, or I mean, you know, you can go home and talk to your mom if you want to go ahead and do like an adoption or an abortion and stuff like that. I was like, my back of my head, I'm like, I don't have to tell my mom I'm pregnant. Like, what the hell? Is she gonna freaking kill me? And so, anyways, I ended up going home. My sister, she knew I was going to get birth control, and I ended up telling her, I was like, hey, let's go talk real quick. And then we went up to the room, and then she goes, I was like, no. She told me, she was like, did you get birth control? And I was like, no. She's like, why not? And then she's like, you pregnant? And I was like, yeah. She's like, she ran downstairs so fast. I was so freaking pissed at her, but she ran downstairs so fast, like, Mom, David's pregnant. And like, I was still in the room, and my mom, like 2 seconds later, David, like, she's calling my name, Davia. And then I come downstairs walking all slow, and she goes, is this true? And I was like, yeah, I found out I was 2 weeks pregnant, and I was going on. And she's like, so what do you plan on doing about it? Who's the daddy? And like, asked me questions, and I told her. And then she's like, and then she asked me what I plan on doing about it. And I was like, well, I don't really want to have a kid right now because I feel like I'm too young. I'm still in high school. And then she was like, sorry to hurt you. She's like, sorry to hurt your feelings, but since you want to have sex and you want to think that you're grown, you're going to go ahead and woman up and be a mom. And she's like, we don't do abortion or adoption in this house. And so from that day, I knew that I was going to be a mom. And so I was like, you know, I got to go ahead and man up. Well, not man up, but woman up. But I knew I had to go ahead and like woman up. So like, from the day that I found out I was pregnant to like 7.5 months, I had morning sickness. It was so brutal. Like, I couldn't eat anything. I was just always throwing up. Like, anytime I would laugh, I'll pee at myself. Like, I was just always sick, and I just hated it. Like, it was just so bad. But as I grew, I started to develop more things about myself. I started learning about myself. I knew that I didn't want to raise my daughter at my mom's house because I knew that it was my responsibility. And so I ended up getting a job at the hospital at the time, and I was just working there nights. I was working 11 to 7. I was working there nights, like busting out schedules and stuff like that. They saved out money for my daughter came because I did everything on my own. Like, my mom didn't help me. Like, she already knew. Like, she's like, I'm not going to help you. You need to go ahead and get a job. You need to go ahead and do this. You need to go ahead and do that. And you're still going to stay in school. And so I stayed in school for a little bit until actually after I gave birth. But we'll get into that. But I was working at the hospital at night, 11 to 7, and going to school for 8 o'clock the next morning. Staying there till like 2:30. Like, it was just really hard. And so I ended up just saving up a lot of money so I can be prepared for my daughter. And then September 2011, September 4th, I went into, no, September 3rd. Yeah, September 3rd. September 3rd, 2011, I went into the hospital, and I was having contractions. I was like, I need to go to the hospital because I feel like I'm about to go in labor. So I went there, and they was like, no, you're not in labor. You're just having little Braxton Hicks or whatever. And the Braxton Hicks kind of like contracts, but kind of like a premature contraction. What? But it's like a premature contractions. And so I was having those, and I was having that for a while. But after that, I was like, they sent me home. And so we ended up getting on the freeway to go shopping. So I was like, you know, I go ahead and prepare for my daughter because she's coming any day now. So I ended up just going shopping. We went out to Connecticut. It's like 2 hours away. Then we went to like New Haven or something like that for the outlets. Yeah, went out to New Haven, and we went as soon as we got off of the freeway to get into the outlets, I was having contractions back to back to back to back to back. Like, it was so hurtful. Like, I was in the back of the freaking minivan crying my eyes out. Like, it was so bad. Like, I was going through it. Like, it was hurtful. And like, my daughter's father was with me too, and he's like trying to rub my belly, and I was like, mom's like turning around the car trying to get back to the hospital. And so after that like 2-hour drive back home, I ended up getting in the hospital. I was in labor. They ended up admitting me into my room. And then I was like, the nurse came in, there was some paperwork and all that, like trying to massage me, keep me calm, and they asked me if I want an epidural, and my midwife was like, no. Like, she didn't even give me an option. She was like, no, she's not getting an epidural, she'll be fine. And so like, I literally gave birth with no medication. Like, they didn't give me no drugs at all. Like, I gave all natural birth, no drugs, nothing, just raw dog. Like, I was so frustrated. I wanted epidural so bad. I wanted some medication so bad. My nurse was like, no, no, no. She was rubbing my feet or my back. And I was just like, if you don't get the off me, like, I was pissed. And so she run me a hot bath. And I ended up trying to get in a hot bath. As soon as I put my foot in the bath. Wait, let's roll back. I had, like, everybody and their mama in my freaking labor and delivery room. Like, everybody. And so my brother was there. And brother, if you're watching this, just know I didn't forget. So my brother literally took a doo-doo in my bathroom, and my room was horrific. Like, it was so bad. Like, it was just, ugh. Like, I'm not even gonna give it to him. Just know my brother took a doo-doo in my bathroom, and it was just horrible. Imagine being in labor and having somebody take a doo-doo in your bathroom. Yeah, think about it. But anywho, my midwife poured me, my hair is a hot mess right now. My midwife made me a hot little warm bath. And so as soon as I put my toe, like literally just my toe, as soon as I put my toe into the water, I like the little drain pipe, and there was a mouse head coming up. I freaked out. Like, I freaked out. I screamed so loud. Like, I don't know. Like, probably everybody heard me. I screamed so loud, and as soon as I screamed, my daughter head came out. And like, her head was like right there. And so like my midwife and all the doctors, nurses, they came in and they like threw me on the bed. It was crazy. Like, they threw me like I was a freaking doll. Like, they just threw me on the bed. And so like, now all I know the next thing, I was pushing, and my daughter was just like on my chest crying. I was like, I bawled out. Like, I literally, oh my god, my hair. Like, I literally bawled out crying. Like, it was just so precious. Like, she had so much hair. Like, I probably would have started a picture in here somewhere, but like, she had so much hair, and it was just so emotional because I was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna cry, but like, just having her in my arms and knowing that from that day forward I was gonna be a mom was the most priceless moment I ever had in my whole life. Like, my daughter changed me so much, like so much, and I just have to thank God every day for her. Like, and she's 7 now and I'm 24, and like, I just have to thank God every day for her, because like, without her I don't know where I would be. But like, to not skip the story, but after I gave birth to my daughter, whatever, I was in the hospital. My daughter's father was there, whatever, and I had to sign the paperwork and do her name, and we ended up giving her name, her Lanai, and do her name and all that. Then a few days later, we ended up getting discharged like 2 days later and stuff like that. And then I ended up getting home. I was like kind of new my mom routine, trying to get into routine and trying to figure out how things go and stuff like that. And so yeah, my mom really helped me out a lot too. Like, she was already a mom, so she kind of showed me like how to do certain stuff. And it's like I said, as you grow, you will learn more about yourself and how it is to be a parent. Like, everybody is different, every mom is different. You raise your child in a different way than somebody else. Like, I raised my child different to raise her kids, so it's like, it's different. And so yeah, like a few months later, I got my apartment February 2012. My birthday was February 4th, 2012. So like a few days after my birthday, I got my car. I got my apartment, and then I brought my car. And it was like tax time season, you know. I was balling, and I was like, oh, just had a baby, and I just had some taxes. Oh, I'm balling, but, you know. But literally, all my money and my tax return went to an apartment and a car, because that was like my priority. And I'm rumbling, cause like I'm like, ugh, blah, blah, blah. But that's like my number one priority at the time, because I was done taking PBTAs. It's like, you know, I have my daughter, I'm not taking a bus with her. Like, I need to get on my grind. And so like, I was still working night shift, so like, probably what, I think it was like 2 weeks or something like that after I gave birth to my daughter, I went right back to work. Like, I knew I needed to grind it out. And so as the time went on, whatever, I was like, got my apartment, and then I got my car. I grew as a person. I ended up getting a better job, to help with my daughter and stuff like that. And just watching my daughter grow and just doing like, just watching her grow and stuff like that made me know, like, you know what, okay, I need to go back to school, I need to do this, I need to do that. And so at the time, me and my daughter's father, my daughter was about 1 year old. Was she 1? Yeah, she was about 1.5 years old when I left my daughter's father, because he was cheating at the time, and I was just not playing like with the fool anymore. I was just like, I'm not gonna be sitting around here while you're cheating on me. You think that it's gonna be okay? Like, no. My mom and my sister ended up moving down to Florida, and I went to go visit with them to see how it was and stuff like that. But and the whole time I just thought I was just going to like on a vacation, and so he thought I was just going on vacation, but I really wasn't. I was like plotting on leaving him. But yeah, so I went on vacation with my mom, whatever, and I was like 4th of July weekend, and then like the week after that, I went home, I packed my bag, I sold everything in my house, I sold my car, mind you, everything that I worked so hard for, I just threw it all away. And I moved down to Florida with my mom. And so we ended up just making it work there. I was like, you know what? So my daughter's like 1.5, then 2. Yeah, like 1.5 or going on 2. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get on my grind and do what I got to do. There's no more making excuses of, oh, I can't do this because of my daughter. I can't do this because of my daughter. Like, no, like I really knew I needed to do what I needed to do. And so I ended up going to the college out there. I was ended up getting my GED because I dropped out of school. I got my GED on the first try. Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, let me just go ahead and do this. Oh, I failed. Like, I got my GED on the first try. As soon as I passed my GED, I signed up for college classes the next day. I wasn't playing no games. I was just like, you know what? Like, I knew I needed to get my life together because I didn't want to raise my daughter and, like, be like, I seen everybody else, oh, well, I have a, no. I seen everybody else, oh, I dropped out of school because of my kids or whatever. Like, that wasn't going to be my excuse. I knew that I wanted to be more than what everybody else was. And so, I ended up getting my GED. I ended up going to college out there. Ended up graduating a nursing school out there. A few months later, I mainly did everything for my daughter because I knew that I didn't want to be a statistic. Like, everybody thought, like, you're not going to make it. Like, I lost so much friends. Like, I'm not even going to say friends, because if you were truly my friend, I wouldn't have lost you, you know. But I lost so much people from being pregnant and becoming a mom and just growing and just all that. I lost so much people in my life. And that helped me grow also, because without that, I don't think I'll be able to know who was real in my life and who wasn't real in my life. And so, yeah, like, I lost so many people, and I still love some of them half to death. Like, I don't hold any hard judgment because it wasn't really their fault. It's more their parents' fault. But whatever, you know, it is what it is. And I keep getting this hair in my face, and it's freaking annoying me, man. But yeah, and so I ended up finishing nursing school, just doing it for myself and just working and stuff like that, and just better in my life. As I got older, I just grew and I grew and I grew, and I just knew to learn myself. I know I wanted to finish school more and stuff like that. I ended up dating again and whatnot, and ended up getting married, and we're not gonna go into that whole topic. But this is to like anybody who's like watching my video right now, who's like expecting or just had a baby at a young age or whatever, and just going through like the motions. I just want to say, just know that it's going to be okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. Everybody goes through it. Well, not everybody, but most people go through it nowadays. Just know that you're not going to be perfect. Like, there's no perfect mom out here, so don't try to be that perfect mom, because there's no such thing as a perfect mom. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. You might see everybody just act like this or act like that. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect mom. And I hate this new trend of the perfect mom thing. But there's no such thing as a perfect mom. So don't even try to get yourself in a mindset, like, I gotta be this kind of way, I gotta be this kind of way. Like, no. Each day that this baby is on this earth, you learn more and more and more. Each milestone that you reach through, you learn more and more and more. And so with that being said, the more you learn, the more you grow. And so the older your child gets, the older you get, and the more you know how to become a better mother than you were yesterday. My daughter is now 7, I am 24, and I'm still learning new things about her, new things about myself, to help me be a better mother for her. If you understand what I'm saying, like, it's going to be an ending cycle, because they're going to get older, they're going to change. My daughter has this new attitude thing. Like, I don't know how to deal with this attitude thing. And so I've been learning how to deal with it and kind of talk to her and stuff like that. And so, like I said, you're going to be going through the motions. So don't think that you have to do anything in a certain kind of way, because you don't. Just be the best person that you can be. Just know that you're loving and you're nurturing and you're caring for that child. And everything else will fall into place. And always just know that you don't have to give up on your dreams, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. The only person who's stopping you from achieving your dream is you. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, just get there. That's all you really have to do. And so with that being said, I just want to say congratulations to anybody who's expecting a baby or just had a baby. If you guys need any help or any advice or anything like that, just feel free to email me. I'll be happy to be here for you. Like, no matter what the question is, if I can relate to it, or if I can just know that I can give you some good feedback on it, I would definitely do it. Or even drop it down below. Like, whatever you feel like it's best for you, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that for you. But with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video today, and hopefully I can kind of help somebody out with their new journey, with their new process. Like I said, I am here every step of the way. Every step of the way. So if you need me, just holler out to me. I am open and honest, and I am loving and caring. So I am always here for anybody who needs the help. And so with that being said, I love you guys very, very much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, I will see you guys in my next video. But make sure to do what? Subscribe. Bye, guys.